Hello, this is Blake Rat.
This is Rantus.
Robots in the News. This is the finale of Legendary.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
So, uh, if you watched the last episode, what we're trying to do is we're trying to go up the Black Order, who is our evil nemesises tower, for the purpose of shutting down their weapon that can control all of the various monsters that were released from the Pandora's box, from Pandora's box. And, well, we start out right in the lobby after that last cutscene, which is good. No one actually in real life would ever say eliminate the interlopers. I would like to point that out.
Yeah, probably not.
This is a very nice lobby, though. I like this building. Uh-oh. I like this building, clubbed in face.
Yeah. So starting off with the Minotaur, always good. Always good.
Does he still have a cemetery?
Hey, look! Hey, look at that! Wow.
What, you mean the rocket?
Oh, it came in handy, although really one rocket didn't blow him up, huh?
So tough. Seriously. They have so many hit points. I think this is, well, maybe not maybe the second to last one in the game. We're almost out of Minotaurs, but we have to do two at once here again. Like that one level.
Wait, there's another one.
First one, but now we still have to kill the second one. Whew.
I'm still expecting your arm to do some kind of crazy mutation growth thing and get really diabolically huge and turn into a giant spear so you can ram people through.
Are you talking about what game?
Prototype.
I actually never played Prototype.
I thought it was fun, but
I'm building an axe right now. What am I doing?
I don't know.
I think I was trying to switch weapons because this one's out of ammo and I couldn't figure out how to get it switched or something. And you don't get enough time to think about it because the Minotaur's coming out. I don't know.
That's a good question.
How to switch weapons is honestly what I think is going on out.
Well, and then you spend like 10 minutes looking at the weapons on the ground.
I will get it eventually. This is pathetic. I'm sorry. This is horrible.
This is a good end to the finale.
What I need to do is hold this weapon and not click the mouse, which will cause it to auto switch to the weapon that has ammo. And then come over here and then hold down E. Okay, there we go. I managed it. I think what happened is that there's like because those weapons are in a little trench, and I would have to replay the game to verify this, and I'm sure as hell not doing that. But I think what happens is since the weapons are in a little trench, your mouse has to be in the exact right position to be able to hit E on them and pick them up.
That's annoying.
That's my excuse.
Also, I like how he actually barfs up his life energy when you kill him.
Yeah, that is actually pretty cool. But see, now I can actually switch to more useful weapons.
Can you? Can you?
Well, I can't. I did it that time. Okay.
Yes, heavy machine gun destruction.
Yeah. Now we have to ride the elevator that we just finished shooting up.
There's something satisfying about shooting a giant heavy machine gun.
Well, if you ever played America's Army,
I have, but remember we discussed this. I played it like way back when it first came out, and I haven't really played it subsequently.
I have to admit I always go after the saw at America's Army, partially because it's pretty awesome in that game, but also because it's like there's only one per squad. Actually, there's only like two per team, and each team is like 16 people, so you have to be like the first one to get it. Anyway.
Is it like a status symbol then? You're like, yeah, I'm rolling with the squad or the saw.
It's the weapon selection based on. Oh, I think I walked past a PDA there, didn't I?
I don't know, possibly.
I think I saw that. You can see the souls coming up out of the basement of the building, which no one knows what that is.
You know what they are? They're fairies.
They're baby souls.
Ah, they are. They're dead baby souls.
The helicopter fell through the sky light because that makes sense.
This is the world's slowest elevator.
Pretty much, yeah. And some of those bullets penetrate. Oh, what was I doing? Okay. Some of those bullets penetrate the glass.
They could also penetrate the gas.
The elevator had nothing to do with it falling down, although I mistakenly believed it did. Anyway, America's Army, the weapon selection is a priority system based on how much experience you have. So really, if the most experienced person on the server wants the saw, they get the saw. So that's how it works. And now you know. Now that no one cares at all.
Yes, now that nobody cares. Well,
Can you tell I'm just kind of giving up at this point? It's like,
when
oh, this
when you're standing in one place, just throwing Molotovs, you mean?
well. Anyway, that was counterproductive because, of course, it resets me back a while.
Well, how far back does it reset you?
At the beginning of the elevator, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beginning of-
So we have to watch the helicopter crash through the glass.
Oh, I guess.
And then you have to watch. Now I shoot at the elevator thinking that my shooting at it was what was causing it to fall, but it wasn't. It's totally unrelated. So yeah,
This is a scripted event, probably.
yeah. When the helicopter crashes through, that helicopter gets its, or I mean that elevator gets its ports cut or something. Or no, it gets hit by a rocket. There you go. Yeah. This is thrilling. Elevator action.
Yeah, of course, elevator sequences would not be nearly as exciting if they were enclosed. Like if you were riding up in a closed elevator rather than riding out in one that has a open pot shot of anybody from the window.
You know, I would like to say that this building must have other elevators somewhere, right? Because it's got to be like 70 stories.
No, there's like 6 elevators that are spread out. But it's funny.
There's 4 in the lobby, and then there's one on each wall, I guess.
Yeah, so you were complaining about how inefficiently designed that one elevator in the Council of 98's place was. This building is the most inefficient use of space ever. The building is basically built in a donut shape where there's a giant courtyard in the middle, and all of the elevators are on the inside of the courtyard and go up the middle.
Other.
Huh?
Well, no, but see, there's also an elevator on the wall to my right there, see? Where I'm going now. So if you miss, like, if you hit a button on an elevator, you have to walk like 30 feet if another elevator arrives quicker. Oh, that's not an elevator, that's just a door. Okay, I guess you're right, yeah. This is a horrible building.
Yeah.
And of course it's half destroyed because it gets attacked by all the griffins just as much as all the other buildings, apparently.
I guess. Yeah, even though it's supposed to be...
The monster hypnosis machine, but it seems to be pretty blown up. Maybe that's all from my fellow Marines who you never see, but we assume exist.
So here's a question. Why do they even need you if they could get the small-scale version of the monster hypnosis machines to work? Couldn't they eventually just get the large one to work, too?
Yeah, I don't get... Yeah, I mean, good point. All I can say is that, like, maybe all of them are powered by Amethyst energy, and only your hand has enough? I don't know.
Yeah, but they're on, like, okay, so when you go into that library part where you kept getting stuck on everything and got killed by the Minotaurs a bunch,
Yeah.
they already had... They had
there.
them working before you fed anything into them, right?
Yeah, that's a good... I don't know. That's a good question. And here's another where do I go moment.
Well, this is where you obviously make a photocopy of your ass again.
Obsessed with that.
Well, what
Oh,
else?
yeah. On top
What
of
el-
death.
Yeah.
That-
Oh, good. That plane's about to crash. Oh, no.
yeah, no, this is fun. The plane actually just fires at you through the window. They're hovercraft, right? So they hover.
Except it's on fire.
It may be on fire. I'm trying to, like, just stay under cover here. I don't see it on fire. I think that's the sunlight.
No, you know what it probably is? It's the,
Or the engine exhaust.
Oh, I'm not really sure. You saw it too that time, right?
The muzzle flash from its guns, but they're located wrong.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I mean, who cares? Whew. We only have, like, you know, like 20 minutes left of this game, okay? So, we're
Right.
almost...
That's right, bear with us.
Bear with us. And it'll be the most thrillingly horrible final boss battle you have ever seen in your life. It's really not... Well, it is that bad. But it's not that bad. It's just bad.
So it turns out that, what's his name? Ormond Le Fay is actually, a human werewolf griffin hybrid, and he's going to, like, shed his skin and explode into a giant squiggly monster thing.
That would have been so much better than what they put in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it would have been so much better than what they put in the game. I will blow up your couch. And your other couch. Oh, look, I have friendly troops. Where'd they come from?
They both look identical, and they're both bald.
Those are the twins. They're well known. We're members of our organization. It's not just that they copied and pasted the two heads.
No, I know. They're well-known mercenaries within the world of mercenaries.
Yeah. So this skyscraper is pretty tall.
It is pretty tall. Now we're going into a non...
Our elevators outside of the central shaft, and this place actually has like 4 elevators in the same room, which is almost useful. Go figure. Yeah. That's just a message left by one of these guys saying the werewolves got loose.
Yep.
And of course I go in there without my troops. There were like 4 guys behind me. Where'd they go?
Well, there's obviously not enough room on the elevator for...
This is awesome.
There's not enough room on the elevator for you and your ego and other people.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Maybe it's the next elevator. Ah, damn, I keep doing that. Sorry. I should have really reviewed these at first. One of these elevators is basically the best thing ever and will make you laugh, but it's not this one, it's the next one.
It's got to be the one after the giant black Order sign, right? Hey, we're in the lab somewhere.
Yeah, in the lab, and we have to figure
There's
out how to...
Vivian right there.
And I think I die in a minute.
Try the observation booth above the lab.
Remember why I had to redo this. I kind of die, but it was not through my own fault. And it was the elevator thing that caused it. So yeah, the lab, as you can see, all of the doors have been forced open, and there's claw marks everywhere, which means, hey, werewolves.
Yeah, of course. And they got loose, of course, because the ACDs got turned off.
There's actually bugs in that room, and I think I go in there to get the Molotovs, even though I don't need them because I'm stupid.
What? Like,
No, they come through the vent. That's what it was. Yeah. So you actually do have to go in there to kill the bugs, because otherwise they'll just come through that vent until the end of time. And as you can see, I hit E to hit the button, and it actually reloaded. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna calmly debug this, or open up this thing while these bugs all freaking kill me.
Yeah, well, the giant exploding spider things from Halo come destroy you.
There. That's the last of them. I don't know why I didn't shoot at those 2 that got me, but whatever. Okay, I'm good at this game.
It's alright, we're just along for the ride. We're not critiquing.
Yeah, okay, good. When I have the saw, it's
Oh look, so he's a Nazi, of course.
Oh yeah, this is another ridiculous last-minute addition to the plot.
Oh
is
my
that
God.
Nazis and apparently 110 years old or 30 years old? Like how?
So basically, what you're saying is they ripped off the plot from Hellboy. I mean,
Well, Hellboy doesn't take place in the future, right?
well, no, but it takes place in the same time frame, and there's some Nazi guy who is way older than he should be, or like he survived way longer than he should have, just so that he could fill out, or fulfill the goals of the crazy Nazi people.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other movie that. It's oh shoot, what is the name of it? It's a horror movie where they go down into a bunker and there's a Nazi ghost project, and the Nazi ghosts are still alive. Oh, what was the name of that movie? Anyway, it's pretty good.
Horrible Nazi ghost movie.
No, it was funny because they made a similar movie about a World War I trench warfare thing. So there's one movie about a World War I soldier who gets trapped in a trench, and the trench is full of ghosts. And then another movie, which is almost like so similar, it's basically a remake, but it's about Nazis in a bunker. And the Nazi one's modern day, and the Nazis they're ghosts. Anyway.
Of course they're ghosts.
Of course they're ghosts.
Actually, I'm surprised they're not zombies. Nazi zombies, because then...
Vaguely ghosts, so they could be ghost zombies or zombie ghosts. Or
okay. Because then that would be like Call of Duty, of course.
They do pass through walls, though, which suggests ghosts.
Yeah, that would suggest ghosts.
Okay, so there's the PDA, and then I think I need to go rescue what's her name.
I think that's the first smashed TV I've seen in this entire game. That's like clearly smashed.
TVs are invincible.
Typically, yeah.
Smashed a few vending machines.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, so look at the giant monitors on the wall here. Those are all perfectly okay. But no, the one TV in the security office was completely smashed.
Yeah.
All the ones on the wall that you just looked at, totally fine.
So, is that a werewolf?
I think so. And they did some kind of autopsy.
Alien autopsy, but it's not an alien.
Nope.
Ooh, good thing they used an electronic lock on this. If they had a key, I would have been helpless.
I know.
I never thought I'd see you again. Thought you'd been killed in the attack on the council. Glad I was wrong.
Well, that was exciting. What? Yeah.
I don't know what I was looking for.
That light. Well, I would have looked at that too. It's
Okay, so
kind of
we need
strange.
to turn off the shield in front of the elevator that goes to the roof. So that we can get in the elevator and go to the roof.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to draw your attention to the matrix screens on the left there
Yeah.
that are turned horizontally, of course, and then of course the bar graph, which doesn't move at all, and represents the power levels,
The
obviously.
experiment stopped right now, so.
Yeah, and yet somehow the power levels are still staying constant.
What are you waiting for, Deckard? Get on that lift. Oh wait, I'm repeating the
dialogue.
I reload way too. Why do I do that?
Wait, no, I think well, you're always supposed to reload when there's no action, so you have full clip when there is
but
action.
Until the dramatic "you're about to get attacked by werewolves" music started before I reloaded. So.
Oh, well, whatever.
Oh look, I got teammates again. They came out of nowhere again.
Something Black Order died. Blah blah blah. Actually, you know what you really need to be saying when you're playing this is, "Wee."
Please, never again.
If anybody needs the backstory on that, just watch the Portal series.
Specifically the last 2 episodes, I think.
No, I think it was in the beginning when we you know what it was is when we first discovered the little sprint
get ready
boards.
for action.
Okay.
For action.
All right, big elevator. We're going in the freight elevator all the way.
Action packed. You're gonna see something you haven't seen since games in like 1998. An elevator that leaves without you.
Oh my
Not
god.
making this up. This is in the game. So now I have to replay that level.
Oh, that's spectacular.
Oh, that is quality work there. I think the last time I saw that bug was like in the original Red Faction game in like 1999. I mean, elevators have been pretty well solved, right?
You'd think. You would think. I don't even know how that's possible. It's like the elevator. Wait, you have to kill these again too?
I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that there's a saw in there, so maybe I'm going after ammo.
Yeah, but these are the bugs you killed before saving her last time.
For some reason, when I died and respawned, it reset everything, so all the creatures are back. You'll see the werewolves are back too.
That
one is doing something. What the hell? This game, this last area.
Apparently when you screwed up the elevator, you pretty much screwed up the entire game.
I didn't screw up the elevator. I just went inside and hit the button. I didn't do anything.
The elevator thing, totally your fault, of course.
You can't blame me for the elevator thing. I'm almost out of ammo on this gun. I hope that's a
user error. Wait, you're going the wrong way.
Yeah, I think I am. I'll figure it out sooner or later.
No, Jay. No, Jabba. Sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to yell at Blake you're out of the past to tell him to turn around. Apparently that doesn't work.
Yeah, this is a recording. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, turn around.
Why?
Stop reloading. Me. Stupid me.
God.
Their logo's on.
Oh my god. I know it is. It's off center.
There's a thing that I think I've already killed all the monsters, but go ahead and blow it up anyway. Then I can reload again.
Talking to yourself in the past is quite satisfying, is it not?
No, it's not, and I'm the worst at playing this game. Okay, so let's take on this elevator again. Like, we really have no choice, because it's either the elevator or you just quit playing. Honestly, the correct choice is to quit playing. That's not what we're going to do today.
Well, I don't know. You were so close to the end at this point that it just made sense to continue.
I'm being too hard on this game. It's really not that bad. It's kind of generic.
Hey, notice all the screens in that room? Totally okay.
Yeah, well, they weren't werewolfed. Guess
I know this just goes back to my point is that seriously must have been the only Smash TV in the entire game.
I'm surprised you'd even notice something like that.
Well, it's just so out of the ordinary. It's like
okay, it did not fall through the elevator this time, so that's definitely
that is
a bonus.
good. The lighting in the elevator is spazzing out a little
But see,
bit.
now the second elevator bug that you used to see in old games is sometimes the elevator you wouldn't fall out of the elevator, but you'd be stuck about a foot below the floor level. You seen that one?
No.
I think the original Half-Life had that one.
Oh, look, you're going into Doom. You're on Mars now.
Yeah, no kidding. This is the what passes for a final boss battle in this game. It's not really a boss battle, but what it is we have to shut down this machine, and once we shut it down, the game's over.
I do like how those metal doors in the inner sanctuary are all branded with the Black Order's logo. That's kind of nice.
Oh, look up to the right there. That's LaFay. Oh, I just turned my camera. But he's right there.
Yeah. Also, there's like a giant metal heating coil element in the sky as well. I don't know if anybody noticed that.
Heating coil. Oh, you mean the Tesla coil thing?
Shut the machine down
Oh no,
Uh,
I
from
see what
here.
you're talking about.
To
Yeah,
disable
that's part of the
critical
machine, I guess.
radiation
I don't
clusters
know.
surrounding the
Yeah.
central platform.
Just open the door.
That will shut
I'm
down
impatient.
the
It's a
field protecting
recording and I'm
Pandora's
impatient
box,
with
so
it.
you can destroy
I'm sure
the
when I was
machine.
playing this, I was like, could you just shut up and
Each
open the door so I can get in
Well,
there?
it's just still explaining stuff. Each cluster has a control panel. If you
So what
can,
you have to do, okay, I'll explain it verbally. So what you do is there's 3 of those Tesla coil looking things. You have to go through each one in turn, and there's a control panel, and you have to hit the control panel in each one. And you have to load it with Amicus energy. Anarchist energy.
Okay, good.
And meanwhile, of course, you're getting attacked by all the troops. But what I didn't figure out at first is that I didn't figure out how to overload it, so I just went to all 3 and turned them off. And then later on, I figured out, oh crap, I have to go back and overload those. So again, you're going to see me being confused over what needs to happen.
And
Instead of overloading, I'm using the energy to heal myself.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What I really want is Blake, you're out of the past to look up into the sky and observe the bizarre lighting effect that's going on up there.
I don't know if you'll get that or not. Sorry.
No, I don't think so.
They're red.
I can yell at the screen again and pretend like you'll actually obey, but no.
That's another good grenade.
That was actually, and the ragdoll physics actually worked that
I
time.
know. I know. See, I can't throw the grenades when I am used to how the controls work and how far they go. The thing is, when you get grenades, the problem with weapons like grenades is that it's like, okay, you hold down the button and that's how far they go, but you don't know that.
Yeah, the
Like,
physics.
you don't know how far they go, and that's why, like
Well-
playing Worms, that's why I ended up killing myself with the rockets.
Yeah, so I mean, in most games, right, the bullets all work more or less the same way. You shoot, they go in a straight line, more or less. I mean, with
Yeah.
some exceptions. Grenades, the grenade physics, like where they throw, what angle, how far, all of that stuff is different in every game.
Yeah, and a lot of games let you, and of course Worms is kind of like part of the point of the game, but a lot of games let you kill yourself by throwing grenades too close to your own feet.
Yep.
And of course, there's always the whole, throwing a grenade and running into it, which I do too, but I don't know.
This game probably lets you blow yourself
Oh, you know,
up.
I was wrong. Well, you do actually have to hit the button on all 3 control panels before you can do anything, because that lowers the shield around the center.
It's just overloading the system. Get out of there.
Yeah. So there's plenty of weapons and stuff. Okay, so now the force field around the center thing is loaded. I wish I could remember what I'm doing here. Okay, the power regulation clusters channel energy, yada yada. If the clusters all fail and the central platform receives a large burst of animus, the results could be disastrous. Okay, so I guess what I have to do is provide animus power to the central platform next. And it's going to be a problem because, as you'll see, that there's not enough animus in the level, so there's going to be a point here where I kind of have to wait for enemies to spawn so I can kill them and get more animus. But these things actually drop animus too, which I didn't realize when I killed them initially. So,
Some of them do anyway.
yeah, and I got some teammates there helping me out, so that's good. So what I'm doing right now is making my way back to the central platform, filling up my animus, and stupidly using it for health when I probably shouldn't. Oh, those are some invisible werewolves. They make a comeback.
Well, there you
And,
go. You got lots of health.
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm just making my way to the central platform. If I don't get lost, which I'm sure I am right now. Yep, see? Turn around. And when you get to the central platform, what you need to do is use your hand energy to load up the platform. And it overloads.
I think you just got lost again.
Oops. I'm not very good
Oh,
at this.
no, that is the right way.
Yeah, it's confusing, right? It's not
Yeah.
just a path, right? So you have to go around. For some reason, they fenced it off in random areas for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, that seemed like it would have been
It's
a...
not- I try to do it here, but it doesn't work. You actually have to be on the control panel. Like, literally the control panel. Not like the thing in there, but the control panel itself. Which
Oh,
is,
yeah, otherwise you just healed yourself.
Yeah, well, I know that now, but when I was trying it the first time, I think I figured it out. I'm like, oh, yeah, control panel, not the thing inside. Which is the Pandora's box. Okay, so you can see the little bar graph up there. As you load it with energy, it heads towards critical. But you can see a full load of energy only gets it about... Well, I guess a little over half the way. But not...
I don't know. I think if you hadn't entirely... You weren't completely full, though, because you healed yourself. I think if you were full, it probably would have gone critical.
Maybe, but unfortunately now... So this is the boss battle, by the way. Have you noticed this is the boss battle and I'm not getting attacked by anything or hurt by anything?
This is actually the boss battle?
This is it. This is the end of the game. And it's not like there's a big boss to fight. It's like those guys come out, the troops come out in groups of like 4. And then every so often it'll spawn a werewolf.
So that's kind of disappointing. You'd think it would be more like, you know, like Half-Life at the very least, where you do some stupid thing with machines, but then, you know, there's a floating guy at the end who shoots giant light ball orb things at you.
Yeah, it was a lame boss, but he was a boss.
Yeah.
I mean, this game had the freaking, the Kraken, it had the Golem. I mean, this game had bosses.
It's not
But
at the end.
That's it. That's it. Oh, yeah, then he gets eaten by a werewolf for literally no reason.
And the...
Oh, it gets take teams.
Really?
And, like, all 3 of his evil devices. The werewolf, the griffin, and the evil controlling machine.
And then not only that, but then he falls through the entire center of the building, which is like 100 stories.
Now we get some slow-mo.
And you get, like, thrown way the hell forward. Apparently.
Yeah. I hate to break this to you, but I'm pretty sure I recorded all the credits, too, so we're going to have to view those. Which is only fair.
We are.
Yeah.
Does that mean it's a good opportunity to make fun of people who have funny names?
No, not unless you run out of everything else to make fun of. Okay, so here's the end of the game, and this is... I mean, I've made the point several times that you are the worst hero ever. Like, basically, literally the worst hero ever. And this will cement it for you. So, yeah, we still haven't managed to kill or seal up the box and get all the creatures back in it. But if you can hear what he's saying there, the signet contains instructions on how to build a new box. Right? And so now what he's going to do is he's going to knock you out because he thinks you're not going to agree with him, even though you've been working with him the whole game. So he's kind of a dick, too. That's Lexington Whitedeer, by the way. So Lexington is also a dick. And now you get your nice chalk drawing ending sequence here.
Turned on Deckard. Lexington didn't even give him a chance to volunteer. They just snatched him up and threw him in a prison cell to study like a lab rat.
He didn't even change his clothes.
No, they didn't actually.
He still has the same suit on. I wasn't kidding when I said at the ending cutscene he still has the same suit on.
Okay, so this is ridiculous. So,
especially when they came to realize what the truth of Pandora's
okay, what was the truth?
But they don't tell you the truth. Like, that's the sequel.
Of course.
But see, what it was is he figures out how to tame the creatures using the thing in his arm. So now he's in control of the creatures, right?
Wow.
And then the game's over. But, okay, so you are a thief. So you start out at -1 point. You take a job from a sleazy guy who wants you to steal something from an art museum. He gives you a key that you unlock with the key, and it creates monsters that kill half the population of Earth, right?
But not before stabbing yourself in the hand, obviously, with a giant sword.
And so you finally start working with these guys who are trying to get the monsters back in the box. But are you working with them because they're the good guys or because they hate your former employee and he betrayed you? I mean, maybe you're just being a jerk. Maybe the only reason you're working for that goal in the first place is to be a jerk.
Yeah, you're a jerk.
For the whole game... It's just, I don't know. I couldn't get behind this guy. I'm like, why? Like, at least, okay, let's go back to Half-Life. You're playing Half-Life. You're a lab assistant, right? You're just a guy that's caught up in it. It's not like you caused it. It's not like this game at all. I don't know. Bugging me.
I thought you did cause it, actually, in Half-Life.
No,
Yeah, you opened the portal to the other dimension, I thought, by doing that experiment.
Well, maybe it's the same as this game. Maybe you caused it, but you can blame someone else. Partly because they ordered you to open or to put the thing in the beam. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of Legendary, Rantis?
It was okay. I think we ragged on it quite a bit throughout the game.
Sorry, I just had to point that out.
What?
2 guys on music.
Oh yeah, 2 guys on music.
For drums. I was not making that up. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Oh, I was just saying, I don't know. I think it has its high points and its low points. There's obviously a lot of usability issues with how the game's set up, but well, I'll give them props for a semi-unique storyline, though granted it seems like they didn't really finish or decide ultimately what the actual storyline was going to be. which is probably why they left a lot of it up hanging at the very end of the game, since that's easier than actually making a conclusive story. But I don't know. Overall, so-so, I would say.
Yeah, I would like to say for the record that this game has, I think, a 50% on Metacritic, which Metacritic scores are always hard to read because I have no idea what that means. Like, is that like a grade school score where 50% is a clear failure, or is that like means it's better than 50% of all other games out there? I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
But
and
it's a relatively low score.
Well, and again, it Metacritic scores are now less and less reliable anyway, since if you go look at, say, Battlefield 3, which was, it was a pretty decent game. Multiplayer was fun. The story wasn't too bad. You go look at it, and it has like a score of 30 because the weird Metacritic score bombing that was going on between Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyway, I was maybe a little too rough on this game, but it's kind of
I'd give it a
feels that the budget was cut or something.
Possibly.
Doesn't it feel like this game probably originally had a lot more enemies and probably had a lot more... Like, I would bet every one of those chalk drawing cutscenes was covering for, like, levels they couldn't build for whatever reason. Like, they ran out of time or they didn't run out of budget.
Possibly, yeah.
Don't you think? Maybe I'm wrong. That's the impression I'm getting here.
No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe those were always supposed to be cutscenes. They just didn't have enough money to animate them or something. That's probably more plausible, but...
Yeah, but a lot of them are animated, right?
Well, they're kind of
Maybe
animated.
those are the cutscenes they didn't have enough time to do the full animation for, so they did the chalk drawing thing instead. I don't know. Just weird.
I don't know. I'd give it a solid probably 6.5.
Out of 100?
No, 6.5 out of 10.
Okay. Well, it has a cool title screen.
Yep.
That's really all you need. Okay, well, thanks for joining us as we talked over our legendary long play, and I hope you enjoyed the 4.5 hours of your life that you dedicated to that.
Woo!